So you wanna learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knox guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the money nice than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
By the way, I got a fucking parking ticket last week downtown. So fucking shitty. I was 7 minutes over. Seven fucking minutes.
What did you learn?
Use the app.
Use the
and when
app.
it tells you.
The app wouldn't let me fucking, like, re-up it. It was doing weird shit.
That, stinks. Yeah.
I was...
Welcome to Two Beerded Guys!
The dude was writing the parking ticket to the car next to me, who was also like 8 minutes over by then. And I go to get my car, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. Like, maybe I got here in time. And I see it on my windshield, and I looked at the guy, stood up, and I go, are you fucking kidding me? He's like, what? And I'm like, it's 7 fucking minutes. Get a real fucking job.
I bet that got him to rip the ticket up, didn't it?
I didn't even care. He wasn't gonna. I was so pissed. I was so pissed.
And that's why he's abrasive.
I was so shitty.
But he just said before the show, he's working so much on growing
I
as a
said
person.
I'm working. I didn't say I was there yet. All right? I'm working on being a better person. I'm not there yet. Small steps. Small steps. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Two Beerded Guys. I'm TBG_Ops guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
And behind the camera, the one, the only.
I'll screen Matt.
First off, John, welcome back from California.
It was a great time.
We'll
delve into that.
We should have had a button where it could have been like California love, and that's all
So
it
Facebook
was.
would have shut off.
That would have been perfect.
It would have been nice.
That would have been perfect. See?
Where were you 15 minutes ago?
I'm never creative till we're on camera and I have to like talk.
Then you just make shit up, and it's like, oh wait, that's good.
That works. Doesn't it suck when I figure that out? I forgot to write down the beers. It's fine.
He's just on autopilot and just turns it on when he has to. You know, he doesn't really think ahead.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, so excited. We are all bottles line up tonight. First time ever for the show.
All bottles.
I mean, we had to. We had like, I think, 5 or 6 bottles and like 2 cans, and we're like, nah, that doesn't look right.
Nope.
So the picture was a bitch, though. It was a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot easier when we stack the cans.
Panorama mode just to get it all in.
But I'll tell you what, there's some good looking bottles. Not a lot of straightforward beer. There's a lot of shit going on with some of these.
Now, what's funny though is we totally skipped over like introducing Matt, which is fine.
I said behind the camera, and he said Matt.
Did we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, all right.
Not
John
sure.
is still drunk from wine country.
There's a lot of
That's a
lot of
good
wine.
chance. That's a good chance. Every text message Matt and I got seemed to be more slurred, you know.
Blood hasn't seeped back into the alcohol system yet.
But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into most anticipated. Matt.
Part of me wants to pick a beer, but I'm gonna not. A, so John
you're
can
gonna
pick
pick
it.
water?
And B, so it's got coconut in it. Just had me until that. But I am looking forward to the Kiss Me. It's a stout with like all the delicious shit.
All the delicious shit.
What's funny is
That's the one you actually wanted to pick? Yeah, I knew
I was
it.
just like, I gotta have some backups because I know he's gonna.
Still
pick the
managed
one
to
I
do
want.
it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm not looking forward to the coconut. Damn it!
I'm so happy right now. He tried to give you a beer and then picked the one you actually wanted.
So there are 2 others I'm really looking forward to, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the Samuel Smith. I always, some could argue that was my first favorite craft beer. Their oatmeal stout, and this is not that, but I'm excited for it.
Sam Smith just makes good beer. Like it's that.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Honestly, for me, it's gonna be the first beer we drink. Funky Foider. My first ever Russian River beer. I am a very, very excited man.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys think of some Russian River. We've got a few others that we're not going to drink tonight, but
Oh, you mean like Pliny the?
Oh yeah.
Which one did we get? Elder. Or
The
Younger?
Elder. Younger is their triple. It only comes out in February.
Well, you should have went in February.
I know.
Yeah. But then they wouldn't have the Elder, so you'd have been mad either way.
Elder's a year-round core.
I try to give you a break, John. I try to give you that break twice in 5 minutes, and you won't take either one of them.
No, I'm not going to take it.
That's a first. Oh, real quick. It's Halloween. I got me a new glass. This is the Evil Fred glass.
Shout out freaking Craft or Die.
Going to the glass cam now.
Shout out Craft or Die because he just makes stupid awesome glassware.
It is a shout out, not shut up, right?
Shout out.
Okay.
Out.
Kind of sound like shut up for
And
some
like
reason.
straight up, just he takes care of us, so it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I bought myself one, and then we all could have had matching glassware today, but they thought it'd be a pain in the ass. So, I mean, it would have been, but...
You got another Craft or Die.
It would have made measuring real easy for the beers, though.
And I'm supposed to have a handle, so...
Yeah,
but that's your own glass, so if you break it, that's your problem.
That's what happened last time. That's why I got relegated to a handle.
Yeah, but we don't have that many glasses of your own. Like...
Yeah. You had one of your own glasses and you broke it.
Still pretty sad about that.
Do we have anything going on that end, Matt?
Oh, yeehaw! The boys are back in town, says Russell.
Woo!
Boys are back in town, boys. Sorry.
Yeah, the Thin Lizzy version, not that bullshit Everclear version, right?
Well, no shit. Why would it... Who would pick the Everclear version?
No.
I'm sure there's some people out there.
Oh, I'm sure. I play the Thin Lizzy version at the bar all the time. On Touch Tunes. It's one of my go-to Touch Tunes songs.
I actually remember there being a story about Thin Lizzy not being very good in concert, though, so I can see them not having as huge a following if people went and saw them, perhaps.
They're not good in concert?
That's what I'd heard somewhere, and I think the story that I'd heard was they were like just sucking it up on stage, like, you know what, so you guys think you do better? Someone come up here, and Eric Clapton have to be on the stage.
That's amazing.
I'm not sure if this is an urban legend or if it really happened. Russell,
I
don't
hope
know if
it's
you know
real.
anything about this,
Right.
but then apparently, allegedly, Clapton went up on stage and just rocked it. So.
Matt's gonna hate this. Can you
I'm
Oh, I can
sure.
smell it, yeah.
Matt's gonna hate this. By the way, just a reminder for all you lovely people in internet world, Matt does count this week.
Oh, I completely forgot about that somehow.
Scoring wise, it's going to be untapped scores. 3 is our average, but it can be in quarter increments. So above 3, above average, shocker. 4 or higher is seek out. That means if, for instance, this Russian River Brew is a 4 or higher, I'm gonna have to find a way to get more of it all the way out in California. 4, 7, 5, and 5. That's jingling your tingles, tingling your jingles, twixing your tweeter. Don't say it, you motherfucker. Under 3 is below average. But that 2 to 3 is still very drinkable. 1 to 2 is, I paid for it. It was given to me. Fine, fuck it, I'll drink it. Under 1, that 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, that is drain motherfucking pour. This is the
Also known as...
Fuck it out the window, sir.
This is the Funky Foider Cherry Beer from Russian River Brewing Company. It was bottled in July of this year, July 11th to be specific.
Okay.
I know I saw an ABV on it earlier, or maybe I'm making things up. There it is, 7% ABV.
That's pretty good for
out of Santa Rosa and Windsor, California.
What's fun about Russian River is they were actually a spinoff of Corbel, the champagne place.
Oh, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Back in '99, I think it was, they spun it off.
By the way, Russell, whenever you come to visit, I have an unbelievable amount of bottle caps I've been saving for you to do your crafts and shit with. Like a metric shit ton of bottle caps. It'd been a whole lot easier if we'd have put them in like a bowl or something. Instead, they're just all over that shelf. But I'll be able to dig them out.
Yeah.
Because this is what happens.
Yeah. They're all up there.
Is that fucking it in the window? So?
It's fucking it on the shelf.
Oh, that sounds like that costs extra.
Oh my god, Matt's gonna hate it.
I mean, honestly, smelling it, it still smells really good. Like it's got like a sweet cherry smell to it. While I know it's probably gonna be tartar than I care, but
it's so funky. It's so funky. It's so funky.
And it's that cherries.
it is. But it's also manageable. Like it's
Good.
It's a drinkable level of funk.
We're
like
breaking him down.
I know we are.
no, there's
All those goddamn freedoms and shit. We're breaking him
maybe
down.
maybe I'm just used to like the Uber like funk, and this is like mid level funk, mid funk.
The funk level isn't too bad. I thought the tartness would get you.
Yeah, this is like,
Uptown funk. Oh,
yeah, but this is like late 70s, early 80s funk. Like it's not that funky. It's kind of got it a little bit, but it's on the downturn.
I don't know how I feel about that.
BG is staying alive. Ha ha ha.
That's disco.
Yeah, you're right. That kind of killed funk, didn't it? John's never looked more depressed than me. Hey, look at that. Kevin Atwell's on. Says, hey, guys.
What up, Kevin?
And Russ says, thanks for taking last week off. I would have missed the show. He waved to Tyler and I as he drove through Indy, though. And
Hopefully the show went well.
That's exactly why we took the week off, Russ.
I really want to learn more about what happened with that lawnmower that burnt down
A lawnmower burnt down?
at the show, the GIE Expo. One of their demo units burnt down.
What the hell did you do, Russell?
Were you trying to pop a wheelie in it and just, like, revving it too high? Like...
I don't know.
He did a burnout.
Tell us what happened. What's really funny is, I wonder if that's one of the units that went through our shop.
That'd be even better.
Did you have a mower that was on fire in your shop?
It was the same company that we started carrying some mowers from this year.
I mean, I can't imagine there's that many mowers in Indiana that were on fire at the same
We actually,
time.
our tech who primarily works on them, went to him and we were like, what the fuck did you do?
I don't know. Wait, I'm not supposed to put jet fuel in the oil cap? Shit!
So Russian River.
Yeah, so this is you said it's a foder. How do you say it?
Foder.
Foder?
Funky foder.
Alright, so...
Foder, I can't remember.
Since we had the conversation before the show, but not on the show, what makes a foder? Or what makes it a foder?
I really wish you wouldn't have asked.
What is foder? I don't know how to...
Because I know what it is in terms of how we were using it earlier, but like, what is a foder?
I mean, you have the internet. Like, you could look it up and be like, you could pretend like you're the smart one.
I mean,
Well,
you
it's
guys are
just
the
a-
experts.
Foder literally just means it's a beer in a large barrel.
Yeah, and I thought we got the answer earlier, and it
Okay,
sounded
large
pretty
oak
good.
tank.
Large oak tank.
I was fucking right.
Yeah, there you go.
See, you said it with confidence before the show. I was like, well, you guys got this. I'll just tee you up. Give
Yeah,
me
but
an
see,
answer.
it's really easy to be confident when I'm just talking to you two. When it's going on the internet permanently.
Because nothing goes wrong on the internet.
Most everything I say already makes me look dumb enough. Like, there's a reason whenever you ask like specifics on beer, I'm usually like, hey, John, go ahead.
So Russell confirms it was a DeWalt one-off zero-turn prototype battery mower.
We don't have those. That was not us.
So the battery blew up.
Sounds like it.
DeWalt has
We do have DeWalt's, though, but...
DeWalt has issued the following statement regarding the fire that occurred at the outdoor demo booth yesterday at the Equipment Exposition.
You can find that in the comment section of our current video. That makes me so happy. No, damn, I'll tell you what, though. Sorry, John gave me new shit to play with.
At least it's not a loud thumper like your bottle popper.
We have new coasters. They're like little vinyl records.
They are.
It's amazing.
I wonder if you could play something on there. No.
And it's from the Tank Garage Winery.
I mean, you could play it, but it probably won't make anything pleasant. Right?
Yeah.
When Austin Powers put the CD on the
winery.
record player.
Yeah, John gave me more shit to play with. So it's been in my hand like the entire time.
Are we still talking about the coaster?
My hands are above table.
But your feet are free for exploring.
Whoa. I'm not that flexible. He's over there.
Have you seen his feet? I'm not into that.
Oh, shit.
I just don't even know what to push for that one.
Anyway,
Ding, ding.
on this beer,
Ugh.
nice funk level without being, like, overly funky where, you know,
It's not Tyler's foot.
some people struggle with that, like, real heavy funk, like my foot. No. The tartness is there, but again, not over the top. That cherry kind of, the
very
sweetness from
pleasant.
the cherry cuts it down just a little bit. It is a very drinkable, approachable funk. Great sour. That's a wonderful traditional sour.
The Russian River the best flight I've ever seen. Like, you can get a flight of the left side of the board, the right side of the board, or the entire board. That's it.
That is amazing.
Yeah. And honestly, it was the cheapest place.
So that's where you had the Jaguar Zone flight at that you saw the picture
Yeah.
of? Oh, shit.
That flight was $15.
That's cheap
What?
by here prices.
Yes.
And
And
you
it was
got
that
half a
big?
menu flight, didn't you?
Yes.
Damn.
That was like 7 beers, 8 beers.
No, it was like 11 or 12.
I was thinking picture.
And they were like 2.5 ounces each.
for only $15.
Yeah.
Shit.
We got out of there. I bought 6 things of beer to go. The big old flight. A pint each and some food. Less than $100.
It's a damn good
It was
day.
by far the cheapest place we went.
You'd think, as popular and well known as it is, it'd be more expensive.
Yeah, no, I loved my entire experience there at Russian River. They were on top of it. It was 2:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday. Completely hopping. They probably had 15 to 20 employees working.
Jesus.
Yeah, enough business to keep that many people going.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and
I mean, people don't work in California.
every beer was very, very clean, crisp, well made. I can see why they're a freaking legend.
Speaking of legends, let's score this beer. John.
I really like that. Go for 7.5.
Ooh, solid score out the gate.
Swinging.
I really like that.
I want just a hair more tartness on it to really get into those high scores. Then give it a 4.5.
I'm not the biggest funk fan as what you two are, but that thing was very drinkable, still had good flavor, had a great nose on it. I love the smell of
The
it.
nose was fantastic.
Yeah, I wouldn't even really mention that. And if you're someone that's not into funks, you got friends that are, I think that's a happy medium for both. I really liked it. If I was going to get a funky beer, I would like that. I'm going to go 4.25.
It's a solid 4.5 average since Matt counts today.
Damn it. He didn't embarrass us too much. So.
It's like the second time in the last month he's counted. It's weird.
Woohoo!
I don't like it.
I don't know either.
John's got to do a better job at scheduling guests.
Stinking Kelly.
Damn it, Kelly.
Different Kelly. No, I'm excited. She'll be on in 2 weeks.
It's going to be fun.
Next week is the return of Little Brother.
Little bro.
But yeah, we'll have Cameron Reed back on next week. He's actually at the track right now where he came today. Yeah, he's down in Alabama, I think he said.
Okay.
So he'll be back tomorrow.
We got out there to
Y'all didn't know he's working until
California.
he's 28 years old. Roll Tide.
We got out there to California on Saturday, and Mama Reed sent me a picture. And then Cameron Reed followed it up, and it was...
What kind of
They were
picture
there
is
hanging out together.
Mom and Cam sending you?
It was they were doing some morning drinking.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
And get behind that.
Words of Mama wisdom. I said that the way I wanted to.
He's like, nope, didn't come out inappropriate. We're good.
Yeah. What she said? She said,
It's a really cool story when you have to like take forever to pull. shit
"Can't
up.
drink all day if you don't start in the morning."
That is
You had to look that up?
Well, I just wanted to do it right by her. Oh my God.
I mean, we say that...
He just wanted to do her right. It's fine.
Sorry, brother.
Oh, I can't wait for next week.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh, I've missed Cameron. It'll be a good time. But yeah, Cam will be on next week. We got Kelly Walter coming on the week after that. We got some fun people coming on the show soon. So it'll be a good
Yeah,
time.
so Chris Ream will be after that with the
Game of Thrones
Game of
beers.
Thrones beers, and then Nicole Whitaker from Crazy Horse.
Yeah,
Oh, cool. We're probably getting Crazy Horse on?
yeah, it'll be a good time.
It'll be a good time.
I've been working on that for a while. It's good to actually see him like, be able to work it
excited.
out.
I'm excited.
Excited.
Yay, fun people. And only one second timer.
Yeah,
We Cam's second time.
Ream has been on a few times.
I forgot about Reem. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been guest me before.
Yeah.
He's been guest
he's
Tyler.
Been me. Yeah, Reem's been both of us. The only person that's been John is Pete.
Yeah.
Jen,
Jared?
BYBC.
No, because I had Jared behind the...
Okay.
No, Matt was here.
Yeah.
So it would have been...
Jared was...
It was Pete was the guest. Jared was here.
Jared was me.
Yeah. It was a good old time. That was a
I know
really fun
BYBC
episode.
was you.
Huh? Yeah, BYBC's been me. Remember, I had to miss like a whole month.
Yeah.
It was bad.
We'll say we did a lot of different tastings, of course. And you guys would appreciate the very first tasting we did. We get up there, And it's number one. It's top of a fucking mountain, and it took it's one of those mountains that it's like, oh, this is only 2 miles up, and it takes you 30 minutes to get up there.
Straight up.
It's just windy road, single lane, can't go more than 5 miles an hour.
Switchbacks.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we get up there, and this guy's basically just got a big garage. That's his production facility. And, buddy,
Did you Uber the whole way up that 2 mile vertical?
oh no, I drove my Tesla.
Okay. You Turoed or whatever?
The one he wrecked.
No, I did not Turo.
Oh, you didn't.
No,
I heard you wrecked the Tesla.
no.
You hit an animal or something.
Oh, that was a skunk.
Did someone hit your Tesla?
So we get up there, and he's like, we're going to do a tasting. And he badmouthed all the commercial wineries. It was fantastic. I loved it. And then he goes, I'm going to teach you how to taste with all 5 of your senses, 6 if you're female. and it was a blind tasting. So we had 4 different drinks out. And going through, we're tasting, listen to what he's saying and all that good stuff. Winds up being a vertical of the same wine, just different year vintages, with one of them being the same year.
Sneaky little bastard.
The same year is just a previously opened bottle versus a freshly opened bottle.
Sneaky little
I
bastard.
thought they were gonna say he snuck in some Steel Reserve on you.
Oh my god.
That would have been amazing.
Fucking smo.
It was a really good experience. So it was that beer nerd tasting geek in me.
So did you learn things from that experience with that wine?
Yeah. I actually, I did. Obviously some of the stuff was cross. Some terminology they use in the wine world, we use the terminology in the beer world slightly different.
Did you have a good tongue day? Could you tell them apart, or did you have a bad tongue
I think
day?
it was fine. What I learned the most was really what the tannins bring to your mouth. Yep. So.
The next one is the Super Dry Asahi Karakuchi.
How do you say that?
Karakuchi?
Ooh.
Asahi Super Dry.
You gotta take care of your coochie.
Asahi Super Dry is brewed to the authentic Japanese
Did.
recipe to deliver dry, crisp taste and quick, clean finish that complements all occasions. This distinctive dry taste is known as Karakuchi. A taste we're dedicated to mastering by using only the finest ingredients and continuously advancing our brewing technology. This is made in Italy by Peroni, out of Italy. So,
It's not one of those Japanese words that's means the essence of deliciousness.
It's actually the essence of coochie.
So we did hear that this is a Japanese beer from Italy.
Japanese style beer made by
Okay.
Peroni out of Italy. Yeah.
Okay. I just
That's fine.
boggles my mind.
Why?
Especially with the labeling, it just
Dude,
looks like it
U.S.
should
beers
be
make
authentic.
U.S. companies make Belgians all the time,
I know, well, fair.
and
but
Germans,
I know.
and Japanese rice. Literally,
We're the
US,
melting pot. We can do what we want.
so it's okay for us to steal, just nobody else.
It's called appropriation.
I thought about going there. I'm still thinking about going there.
Hey, we're
went
not
there.
the English where we steal literally everything and then don't allow it to go back. We allow them to at least use what they made.
All those antiquities that are in your churches and temples and all your holy pieces, we're just going to keep them for safekeeping. We're going to take them to London.
It's all right. We're not any better. We have a lot of it too.
Yeah.
The French have a lot of it. The English have the most.
Yeah.
But they controlled the world at one point in time, so... And the parts they didn't control, they still stole shit from on their way out.
I know that you've had this for 2,000 years, but we're going to take it because we don't think you do a good enough job.
We're going to put it on some old lady's crown. It's fine.
Oh, God.
Besmirching the queen like that.
No, we're going to celebrate her in just a minute.
Oh, it's going to be a night, folks.
I heard she was buried in a coffin, not a casket. And the difference is instead of a rectangle, it's hexagonal.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just know vampires sleep in coffins, not caskets. So
Well,
Listen, I burned people for a month when they died. I didn't put them in coffins.
so let me put it this way. We won our freedom, so I really don't care what happens to the monarchy. We threw that yoke off.
I need to watch more horror movies. I was like, I burn people. Like, that's just, huh?
What?
You know what movie we should watch? Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
I would watch that.
It was wildly okay.
I love it.
I remember watching it first came out. I was kind of pumped on it, and I was like, meh.
Mostly because it's so over the top. It's so amazing.
That was the problem. I didn't think it was that over the top, but I was hoping it was gonna be.
It chops down trees in one swing.
I'm sorry you drank all that.
Why? I'm really happy with it.
Because you're out?
Does it have banana flavor to it?
No,
I guess banana notes.
I didn't.
I think you're full of shit, John.
Very much so.
It is crisp, clean, and smooth finishing.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is,
the
I think,
clean
those were
aspect of it that I don't know.
Crisp, clean, smooth, high drinkability. That is a
dry.
very,
It is a kind of a drying finish.
yeah,
Like, so.
without like making your tongue feel like sandpaper, but it
Yeah,
definitely
no,
makes you want to keep drinking.
Not like you know.
It's not a lingering dryness. No.
Yeah, not Oasis tongue, but
That is 5.2%, so a little bit higher than like a typical U.S. domestic. That is a solid beer. I am very happy with the drinkability of that.
There's something that's weird about it to me. I'm not going to dog it too much, but I'm not in love with it.
I'm not over the moon with it. But it's a solid drinking beer.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm first. For me, even though I do buy this quite often, I like Asahi. I get it, which is probably not how you pronounce that word at all, but it's so much more fun to me.
Where's my like Asahi?
No, I just have a feeling it's going to be something like Asahi. Or just Asahi. Like, I just have fun saying Asahi because, well, it's so much more fun.
Asahi.
It's
Asahi.
But anyway, I get it at, like, Japanese restaurants and shit like that all the damn time. And I'm a big fan, but it's still not search out. It's just when I see it, I'll get it. 3.75.
Wow, that's pretty high.
I love the drinkability.
It is got that. I'm not gonna go that high, but I'm not gonna go like a 3. It's somewhere. It's a 3.5 or a 3.25 for me. Just because it is kind of more of like a regular beer. Like I'm gonna give it it's well enough made. I'll give it a 3.5. Like it drinks pretty good. Like I said, it's a little higher than a standard like Bud Light or Coors Light or something. If you're at the right place, they got it. I wouldn't be opposed to getting it.
I'd like to try other Asahis. Asahi.
You saw he clean the coochie.
All right. So, what are your score?
Kissing Santa Claus. 3.25.
I saw mommy. 3.25. The fuck's wrong with you? Now, 3.5 average overall. Very solid beer. Like I said, high drinkability. I don't know what John's tasting because none of what he was thinking was present, but it's fine. He's wrong.
It's gonna be a bad tongue day.
I'm used to wine.
He's just grown above these simple things of beer.
Hold your tongue, motherfucker.
I didn't get to drink some Blanton's on the trip.
Yeah, I saw that. I was a little jealous. It's fine.
And it's just crazy to me that all the big bourbons that we love and can't find at all.
That you can find in California.
Yeah. Now, I think they're still expensive as shit. They're selling them secondary market pricing. So it's not like they're necessarily affordable, but they're available.
Are you saying they're selling first market selling secondary market pricing?
Yeah.
That was not English at first.
I know.
Yeah, I was trying to think of how to say that. I was like, what do you call the first market?
But I could have...
The market. Retail.
I could have
Retail.
bought
That's the word.
Eagle Rare, East Chiller. I could have bought Blanton's multiple times.
What a probably Venmo you for
It'd been really
Eagle
funny
Rare.
if he came back from a wine trip with like 10 bottles of bourbon.
Well, Stephanie asked, she's like, you're going to buy? I'm like, no, I'm not.
Like, I truly would have laughed my ass off if John would have went on a wine trip and came back with a shit ton of bourbon.
That's what I would do.
Bringing back, Kentucky bourbons from California.
Can't find it here.
So, this is Bell's from Comstock.
What? Is that right?
Comstock, Michigan.
Did you really put this after the coochie beer on purpose?
Yeah. I think it's Comstock. I don't know. But Comstock. I don't know. But it's COMSTOCK. So, yeah. Karakuchi and then Comstock.
You he's trying a little hard on that one, but
I'm having fun.
oh, it's fun.
I saw he Karakuchi Comstock. Like, we're back to back in these.
This is the.
So just wait till we put it in your ice box.
That's the next one. This is the Oktoberfest. I love how simple Bell's did with this. It's Oktoberfest.
It's Oktoberfest with the leaf on it.
And they didn't even put it, they weren't even pretentious. They spelled it like the month October.
And beer is B-E-E-R.
Yeah, they're just like, there you go, guys. This is a Marzen. Bell's Oktoberfest is community in a glass. Our traditional Marzen lager has rich German malt flavors and crisp hop aromas, making it the perfect pairing for the annual festival tradition of drinking beer with friends. 5.5%.
It does smell very, very,
Oh.
I don't know, grainy? I don't know what the word would be, but...
Malty?
There we go. That's probably one. See, you're so much better with words.
I'm a goddamn wordsmith.
I'm a fan. Not by far even remotely close to the best Marzen I've had this year, but the Marzen for people trying to get into craft beers.
Yeah.
This is a great approachable, maltier craft beer to help guide people into the depths of craft beer a little more.
It's got a little bit of that rye spiciness, not a lot. And there's a little bit of hop characteristics, not a lot. Once again, like you said, it's kind of an introductory. Going to go heavy into the sweet maltiness.
I guess springboard off of that compliment sandwich there. I'm going to have to continue going. Like, yeah, it's someone that's not really that big into the Oktoberfest beers. This one is a more drinkable or more approachable one. Like, I definitely can feel like this is one I could drink. A lot of the other ones, like I said, between the rye spices and all that, like, I get turned off on them pretty quickly. This is one I could, have a whole beer or two of this one. I mean, that's why they spelled it October like we do instead of October.
Yeah, and they spelled beer just beer.
Beer.
B-E-E-R. The approachability on this thing is insane. It is just and it's Bell's. They're a regional brewery that you can find pretty much all over the country.
So saying it's like 1 o'clock and this is the 5 at the corner of the bar, you're like, you're very approachable.
I really want to know if that works for somebody.
Well, if that's Matt's line, the answer's no.
It doesn't matter what the line is. It's no.
Unless it's an old gentleman, then it is.
Then I don't have to try.
Then they come to him.
Maybe he's the 5.
He's the approachable one.
But I got a personality of a 7, so...
But it really is. It's that nobody's going to be mad at this beer. Nobody's going to think it's elite, but nobody's going to be mad at it.
What about the diehard Oktoberfest fans, though? Like, you guys are more on that end than I am. Like,
You're not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it.
There's
Yeah.
enough Oktoberfest, like Marzen qualities of those basic, that little
It's
bit of rye
enough that you're
spice,
still
that little
okay.
bit of malty, that little bit of hop. It's still all there. So, I'm not mad at it. It's just, it's an average beer.
Yeah.
Matt, you are first to score.
oh, shit. With that being said, I know this probably isn't a prime example of this, but it's just enough to cover the bases. But the drinkability of it's going to kind of bump it up a little for me. I'm going to give it, as the non-Oktoberfest fan, a 3.5.
It makes so much sense because this is why we say oftentimes core beers are kind of right around that 3 range. Core beers are not taking risks. They're trying to be as popular as possible and then satisfy as many tastes as possible. So it's a 3.
And I give it a 3 as well. So that comes out to a 3.25 if I remember right.
Yep, that should be.
We've now done this show so many goddamn times, and we've had these score pairings so often that it's very rare do we actually have to look
I think
anything
it
up
was like
anymore.
a 3.18 or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
The other day, or was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was our last show. We had you and I had scores here, and then our guest tanked it. We're like, I don't know what that'd be.
We have to
Oh,
actually do
shit. I don't know if we've had that combo before. Right. But, very drinkable, very approachable.
Yeah.
Matt at a gay bar.
That 5 on the corner.
It still makes me happy.
The coolest place we went, though,
Yeah.
is definitely the castle.
Oh, yeah. Now, was the castle a winery or just a
So
castle?
it's a winery.
Ooh.
Some dude with way too much money spent 15 years building this basically winds up being a 4 or 5 story castle that most of it's underground. Like 80% of this castle is underground. It comes fully fledged with drawbridge.
Moat.
If there was water there in that area, there would be a moat. Yes.
It's California. They don't have water.
The guy spent that much money building a 4-story and half of an underground castle. I'm sure he can truck in water.
Torture room. It had a trebuchet.
Ooh.
It was a full-fledged Italian castle.
Now, the difference between a trebuchet and a catapult, John, go.
I don't know. They
Catapult has a fixed weight, fixed lever. Trebuchet has a swinging weight.
all right.
Wow.
Oh.
History major.
All right. Yeah,
I also
Like in his medieval history.
I also designed a trebuchet when I was in an advanced class when I was younger that legitimately could throw it the length of 2 gyms. Just a ball, basically a duct tape ball on a string. It could launch it the length of 2 high school gymnasiums.
Physics.
The lever arm, stood over 5 feet tall from bottom to top. Motherfucker just launched.
I love it.
It was me and a couple buddies in this class. Everybody else had these smaller ones and shit like that. Luckily, my group was all guys that had grown up doing woodworking with their parents or grandparents. We were comfortable doing the woodwork. So then we're like,
yeah, you were.
So how much can we push the limits of this shit at that point? And everybody else had ones that the whole platform was stuck to the ground. We put ours on wheels because that allows it to swing and the momentum help launch. We straight up did all the research, did all the shit. My teacher literally was like, I've never seen someone put this much effort into this project.
I'm building a trebuchet. This is going to be fucking awesome.
That was the thing is, we took a cloth grocery bag.
Yeah.
We had pegs through it, cloth grocery bag full of sand,
You've been pegging things a lot.
with plastic bag of sand in it. So that allowed, when it would swing, so the arm's down, it's hanging like this, it drops that straight down and swings through. While everybody else had fixed weights and shit, because they couldn't figure out how to do a true trebuchet. And we're just we fucking got this. We had people can I switch to your group? No. You stay over there. People were to the free throw line, to the half court line. We were hitting the gym 3/4 of the wall up on the other side, so we had to go outside and launch outside.
That's awesome.
And when we measured it, it was the length of 2 fucking full high school gymnasiums.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You should have.
We literally were just I had it until it finally fell apart a couple years ago. It was up in my attic until recently.
For 1 week, you should have been in my engineering program in high school because we had a trebuchet competition that we went to, and we all had pairs that we all made them, and
Yeah.
and it had limits. It had to be so high at the fulcrum and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And I remember going to that that's what I know the difference between a trebuchet. No one else really does except for Tyler. Weird.
Right? Who's building working trebuchet? Okay.
Channels dead crazy people.
I love the look on his face when he asked that question.
He's
And I
like,
answered
this is
so
This
fast.
is my one chance.
I answered so fast, his head just snapped over.
I was
The
gonna,
fuck?
I was gonna say something about trebuchets launch it further.
Technically, yes. Typically. But,
Not the answer you're looking for.
I'm so happy.
I definitely caught me off
Sorry,
guard.
Matt.
No, I'm more impressed. I'm
this
not
is-
even mad. I'm just impressed. A whole wheel of cheese.
This is the Aventinus Eisbach from Schneiderweiss.
There's a Schweiderweiss.
12% Eisbach. Did not realize that.
I knew this smelled good.
Aventinus has been known to be the most intense and complex wheat doppelbock in the world. This was the case in the past, but not anymore. Recently, Hans-Peter Drexler, brewmaster at G. Snyder and Son, heard stories about some extra special Aventinus resulting from partial freezing during a cold winter transport in the 1930s. He decided to recreate the classic mistake to further concentrate in a modern controlled facility.
12%.
Thus, the Eisbach was reborn. Prost!
Yeah, that's why it's 12%.
It fucking froze the water out.
Yep.
Smelling this thing, I had no idea what this was
We're
going
not
to
even
be.
allowed to do that in the U.S., are we?
No, but that's why, was it Brewdog, that other place?
When they
get,
they did it overseas because,
Yeah.
well, we're not supposed to do that here.
Yeah.
It's a pretty unsuspicious looking label, but the nose on this thing's amazing.
Oh, yeah, it is.
If I'd have smelled this would have been my most anticipated beer.
Best part is, I think I got this for
Oh yeah, this is
$4.99 at Total Wine.
It, like, nose-wise, it almost toes the line of, like, barley wine smell. Like,
Ooh, a little smoky,
a little smoky, a little smooth.
but not unpleasant smoky.
No, because it's got that little bit of sweetness, maltiness balancing it.
A little thinner than I expected,
But not bad though.
but not
It's not lacking.
No, it's not lacking. It's just when you're thinking 12% and that the initial flavor made it feel like it was going to be like
this
a creamy
doesn't
rich.
drink like a 12 at all. I keep forgetting about, like, I just got caught in, like, the flavor there. Like, this thing's got a lot of layers of flavor.
A little bit of sweet,
Yep.
a little bit of
a little
smoke,
bit of viscous mouthfeel.
a little bit of chewing on charcoal.
Yep. Yeah.
This is one of those just weird,
I want more
good
of
really
it.
is.
beers.
I want more of these to share with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you get this?
Total Wine, Hamilton Town Center.
That makes sense. That's a good experience. Being
The
in
Hamilton
there.
Town Center Total Wine has more singles than the original Total Wine in Indy does. There's like 2 aisles that have singles, and the one section is a shit ton of like European and shit like that, which is where I got this one, that one. Honestly, like,
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I kind of. It's so weird, but I still enjoy it.
they have some more of those beers with the owl on them that we like.
How about the? Do they have the ones with their face on it?
They were down to just a couple last time I was in there.
Alright.
Dude, they're burning through them. But
Good.
at $10.99, I'd sure hope so.
I hope so too.
A big ass bottle of barley wine for $10.99.
That's less than a percent per dollar.
Yeah,
That's a steal.
it's a steal. It's a steal. What hat am I wearing today, by the way?
River North.
You know you wear hats all the time when.
No, if you wore them all the time, you wouldn't have to look.
No, I'm talking like I just grab hats and
Oh.
throw them on. Sometimes if I'm trying to dress nice, I'll match it to what I'm
That's
wearing.
when you can't tell by the fit. No two hats fit the same. They're like boobs.
This one I had an idea was this because it's a little tight right here.
Yeah.
This one's just a teensy bit tight right here.
Is a little tot in the middle.
A little taut in the middle.
The top, the middle.
You can.
Full circle.
Speaking of,
Fucking off.
yeah, speaking
Taut
of
in the
fucking
middle?
off, no, but we make sure you listen to our Two Beerded Guys drunken movie reviews because we have 2 of them today.
double header.
And it's a fun doubleheader. It's a fun doubleheader.
All right. Yeah,
Oh.
the conversation's gonna be fun.
Exactly.
I'm really excited to see what curmudgeon's about over there. Jeez.
Because we have Sleepy Hollow,
Yes.
Johnny Depp film. And
With
then-
Christina Ricci. So I
And
know
Tim
John's
Burton.
going to have glowing reviews of that one. It's also half Christina Ricci month.
And then we have, what's the other one, Matt?
Freaks of Nature.
Attaboy. Which there was a couple people in that movie I forgot were in that movie, so that's fun.
There's a lot of
Yeah, quite cameo riddled.
both films actually, there was people I forgot were in them until I rewatched them and it was like, oh, that's fun.
You'd seen Freaks of Nature before?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one of those, like, most people don't even know of it.
Like Casper Van Dien, I forgot was in Sleepy Hollow.
Sure was. Until it wasn't.
And, and then like Vanessa Hudgens, I forgot was in Freaks of Nature.
we'll have that conversation.
What conversation is that,
Handshake.
John?
My hands are above table like yours, bud.
Yeah,
But
so
make sure you tune in to Two Bearded Guys Drunken Movie Reviews, hosted by Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
our drunken reviews.
You can find them wherever you listen to podcasts. And when I say that, I mean legitimately wherever you listen to podcasts. But do me a favor, download it off Spotify, leave us a 5-star review. Because we're still lacking a few to get put on their 5-star podcast list, and I would like to be on that list.
I've got people who work come up and be like, "Oh yeah, I listened to you guys this week and tell me about the movies."
And you don't tell them to leave us a review, and
They do.
you haven't even left us a review. And
Oh, that's true. I think I tried to download once and it wouldn't let me, and then I said I'll come to it later. I never
I
did.
hate him so much. I hate him so much.
Right?
Put a
But
pin
yeah.
right here. I'll come back to it.
Anyway,
No.
back to this beer. The Eisbach 12%er.
There's so much to like about this. Like, it's so weird. I don't know. said earlier, it kind of reminded me of a barley wine. It's not, but there's, I think, a little bit of similarity here in that with the layers of flavors. I'm kind of getting some like datey, what do we call those kind of fruits?
Stone fruits.
Stone
Dark
fruits.
Yeah, like some stone fruity kind of flavor on it. It's got a nice sweet nose to it.
Stone fruity.
Stone fruity.
And and the 12% also a very barley wine like. Very smooth drinking 12.
Very smooth drinking 12.
This we call this a DUI shelf.
Downloading now.
I mean the nose smells more stone fruity than boozy, but
I don't
that
think
tends to
it's-
go hand
I
in
don't
hand.
think
but-
it's one that you could pound beer after beer.
I don't think it'll surprise you because I don't think you're going to have enough of these for it to surprise you. Just because of that smokiness.
Well, the rule is if it is like over a 10 and drinks like an 8, like
Yeah,
I
but
think
But
this
also, you
might
want to
meet
be able to
those.
like
Drink
have
more.
3 or 4 of them and not realize.
I could see that it's a DUI shelf. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you necessarily. I just don't know if I'd place it there. That and smoky beers, to me, it reminds me I'm drinking alcohol. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to be, even if I think it drinks smoother than it is, I'm still like, I know not to drink it.
But this is so like barely smoked. Like it's just like
But it's still there.
Oh, it's there. Yeah.
And when you're a guy that doesn't like smoke typically in their beers, like, it was done fucking fantastic.
yeah. I like it when
a
it's
lot.
done right. This
But
is
I
done,
notice it.
I like when it's done right. This is done perfect.
If there is smoke in a beer, Tyler
but
will
it's
find
not
it.
overwhelming at all. Like it's the perfect amount of whelm with the
It was
smoke.
done very well.
It is done very well.
And again, $4.99 for a beer. I'll take
And
Price wise is good. 12%.
but we got someone that just jumped out and said Eisbach is the shit. And you know who that someone was?
it. Stefan.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Yeah.
And you know what? That's a guy that seems to know a thing or two about beer.
I'm just running on Matt's parade a little bit tonight.
Yeah, a little
Like every
No,
time.
you're just like, man, this guy is like on it. Where have you been the last month? You need that week off, bud?
I did. I came in refreshed
Just
today.
recharge the battery?
I did. I came in refreshed today, ready to go. That's funny as hell that I nailed that, though. But it also just seems like a Stefan thing.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Very good. Time to score it.
It's
John,
fine.
you're first.
I think it is very good. I think it's well made. I don't know if I'm going to search out, but I'll give it a 3.75.
Wow. I'm giving
that's
it a
higher.
4.5. I think this is a fantastic beer. I think it is made unbelievably well. I think the price point, the drinkability, I don't like smoked beers in any way, and it has a nice smoky flavor while being very approachable still. Little sneaky on the 12%. Like, I think this beer did everything it set out to do. Matt?
I'm gonna lean closer to Tyler than John on this one. I'm gonna go a 4.25. That's really drinkable. That's a fun experience beer. That's a good, share beer. Like it's unique. It's different. It's well made. It hits all the stuff that it says. 12%, really drinkable. That's really good. And Stefan says we can't make those here in the States without a distilling license.
Yeah. I knew there was something like that.
Yeah.
That's
That is a damn good beer.
That was cool. That's just one of those like weird, cool beers that stands out from so much of the stuff that we drink. We had a lot. That one stands out.
4.25 average. I mean, that's a good first half of the show. 4.5, 3.5, 3.25, 4.25. That's a solid
That's a
first
solid
half of
first
the show.
half.
Not too bad. Bottle Night's turning out good.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Bottle Night.
Bottle Night's turning out good.
Oh, Bottle Night. It was an accident, sort of. Like, we went full on when we realized we had all but 2. And it helps that all the shelf behind me is bottles.
Yeah.
So,
And we barely have any stouts.
we have 3 stouts.
Oh, we had 2.
We have 3.
Oh, okay.
How's that we have? 3.
All right.
And a winter ale.
Yeah.
Okay.
By good old Samuel Smith. Anyway, guys, we'll be right back. I'm TBG_Ops guy.
The dog being Q.
Behind the camera, the one, the only.
I'll scream that.
Don't forget, this show is brought to you by all our friends on the right side of your screen, whether it's Water Performance Technologies, LLC, whether it's Turfs Up Radio, whether it's Indiana on Tap, and that might be it right now. So I'm going to stop it at that.
And us.
And us.
Yeah, we're bringing you our own show.
Yeah.
To be honest,
We're our favorite sponsor.
I started to say one of our old sponsors, but, they're not doing anything right now. So we'll be right back, guys.
John and off-screen man, big bushy beards and nothing hides. Two bearded guys. Oh yes they are 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 two bearded guys.
How many of us are there? There's
Two bearded guys.
And Matt.
I'm a 5.
It doesn't count though, except for tonight.
I love how there's like one line about Matt in that song. In 2 songs, Matt gets noticed one time.
I wrote one of them.
He does sing the line.
And mine's not the song that says me. I am a 5. Fuck. I don't even put myself in my own song. That's pretty bad.
I'm sorry. Oh, shit. Anyway, welcome back to the second half of Bottle Night.
Yes.
This is a good time.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned the fact that Can Cam is not Bottle Cam.
No, it's Can Cam.
It definitely rolls off the tongue.
There's just
most
bottles,
honestly.
but it's called Can Cam. Don't fuck with it.
Fuck with it if it won't.
I love this craft or die can.
Yeah, that
Cam.
gets its own thing.
We need to talk to him about
Yeah, the craft or die can.
throwing his logo on there.
I mean, that kind of works. And then we can fill this little black spot down here underneath Indiana on tap.
Yeah.
All right, I'll reach out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so welcome back to Bottle Night. We've had 4 pretty solid beers, couple really fucking good beers.
I gotta be honest, I missed not having a guest here, but I also enjoy the heavier pours.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd break your heart.
Yeah.
That's why I started to bring out the Leo can, the little 8-ounce can today.
You son of a bitch.
But then, like, we went with bottles, so
Couldn't have an 8-ouncer in there.
yeah, it'd look real weird.
Just throw off the whole ensemble, wouldn't it?
7 bottles and an 8-ounce can. It's all right. But our next beer is none other than Samuel Smith's. This is the 2022-2023 Samuel Smith's Winter Ale Welcome. This was to celebrate the 70 years the Queen Platinum Jubilee, the longest reigning British monarch from 52 to 22. You know, R.I.P.
He was evidently in a casket, not a coffin.
No, I heard allegedly a coffin, not a casket. Vampires sleep in coffins, and they have the extra 2 angular sides.
Well, I mean, she was alive forever. It kind of makes sense that she was a vampire. Are we
Right.
sure she just wasn't Queen Victoria?
Are we sure?
Right?
Are we sure she's actually even dead?
No.
She could have 2-pocked it.
Actually, it'd be really smart. She dies for the next 50 years. People forget
Comes
about
back
her.
again.
Pops back up again.
See?
Like, what up, bitches?
Man.
Her and her fucking undead corgis.
I mean, is that any less plausible than Elvis or Tupac still being alive? I say no.
Actually, it's more plausible, to be honest.
There you go.
If anybody could afford to figure it out, it's the
It's
Queen.
the- yeah,
and
it's
she
the
was in
monarchy.
power long enough to figure it out.
Yep.
Exactly.
But I honestly really like this label.
I do like the label.
With the crown and everything on it. This seasonal beer is a limited edition brewed for the short days and long nights of winter. The full body resulting in fermentation in stone Yorkshire squares and the luxurious malt character, which will appeal to a broad range of drinkers. Balanced against whole dried Fugal and Golding hops with nuances and complexities that should be contemplated before an open fire.
That is a wood-burning fireplace, though.
I can.
As we just... Boom.
Yeah, I mean, I brought my Zippo for piping later. Like, I can break that off. That'll help.
That sounds
Let's see how much...
Samuel Smith's Shire horses in the snow. They literally have like fucking pictures of the goddamn horses. But yeah, traditional British brewery, the oldest brewery in Yorkshire. 6% ABV.
Now, you said they're in Yorkshire, but you also said Yorkshire squares, like plural. So
You
is that
also said
also
Yorkshire.
is it also a snack as well as a location?
It's resulting from fermentation in stone Yorkshire squares. So my guess is it's a style of
Okay.
something.
Because Yorkshire squares could also be like like lemon bars or something like. I don't know.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be a fermentation in those.
I don't know, man. Just asking questions, bro.
Oh, I know. I'm just.
It's a unique fermenting vessel that originated in the north of England.
Called it.
The vessels were originally made of stone, followed by slate, and on and on. I have to actually click on it to read more.
And we don't need to do that. We answered the question.
Or
See the picture, though?
it was
From
on...
Samuel Smith's website.
Oh, well, that's ironic.
And this
isn't
was
it?
stone.
Oh,
Oh, that's pretty fucking
that was
cool.
cool.
What is it? Also made in Italy?
Well, instead of a
Oh yeah, that's showing up real great on the camera. I'm seeing just a glow stick.
instead of a giant like like Budweiser has their big wooden fermentation tanks, this is a stone square instead of like a big giant round thing.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
So like someone went in there and hollowed out the stone?
Sure. Anyway, here we go. Samuel Smith's Winter Ale, 6%.
It kind of looks like having not been too long ago at Nolans. Kind of looks a little.
Mardi Gras.
Thank you. Couldn't think of the word.
Hey, I mean, it was her platinum jubilee.
Sounds like a Harry Potter thing.
Which is from.
Is it in New Orleans?
No, it's from the UK.
Oh,
And this is why they had to change the
You're
name.
lucky you're 5.
Hey, this is why they had to change the name of the first book in the U.S.
Yes. Philosopher's Stone, Sorcerer's Stone.
Because people in the U.S. wouldn't have understood.
All right.
I just want to hear the first line while we're drinking this.
It smells delicious.
Flavor's a little weak. Nose is good.
I don't know that the flavor's weak, the body's weak.
No,
I'm not even getting a whole lot of it on the nose, really. Like, it just...
I really expected a little more malty richness.
I just expect a little more flavor in
A
general.
little more caramel, a little more...
I get caramel, though, and I get some hops.
Get a little bit of hops. I don't get much I don't get much Marvel.
I hope not.
I don't get much caramel. I don't get...
Is this an older beverage that's maybe been on the shelf?
No,
for
this is
a while?
brand new, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, she did just die. Did they do that after she died or before she died?
No, this is like this winter's beer.
Well, winter is coming. I just don't know if that is before or after she died. I think it's a fair question. Like,
My guess is it was made before she died,
Okay.
since that was
Like 2 weeks ago.
it's been longer than that.
3.
Eh?
I don't
Wow, the Jets didn't take much time.
dislike it. But
The Jets rookie running back blew out his knee. They've already
I
traded.
know, he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, mine too. They already traded for James Robinson from Jacksonville.
I got to figure it out. And I can't even drop him yet because I played him.
Yeah, so you have to wait till tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I'm bro.
And then I met Ryan as a backup QB, so...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I had Dak. He got hurt the very first game. And then I grabbed Kirk Cousins as my main guy. But I was just like, I'll grab Matt just in case.
And now he's not even
Kirk's
starting.
been fine.
It's fine.
Sounds like you're winning your league, huh?
I'm like third.
Oh, all
Maybe
right.
second.
Okay. Got that good D?
There's a lot.
I had Brees Hall.
There's a lot of players who are very mid this year. There's not a lot of separation.
I had
in
Brees
fantasy.
Hall and Austin Eckler.
Oh, solid. I have Saquon and Nick Chubb on one team.
Hey, how about them Giants?
My Browns keep losing.
Frickin' 6-1. Told you they had a bright future.
Hey, how about this beer?
So I fucking hit him on the head. I'm done. I'm done.
This beer's fine.
I quit. I'm going
Yeah,
home.
that's just kind of the word. It's fine. It's all right.
There really isn't. It talks about complexities and nuances of flavors.
There's none of that.
There's none of that.
That's a big old swing and a miss.
The complexities come from some of the hops.
There's no complexity.
We want to continue the football stuff.
But
we
the
just say
hops
this is
are
a
providing
laces
most
in
of the
kick.
different various flavors that are in it. And not the malty grains that it talks about. It's
No, it sucks. And not sucks. I mean, it's just not great. Yeah. I'm first to score
Yeah,
this one.
it's not as bad. It's just not really great either.
I also expect
I
more.
hope so.
I also
like
expect more
Samuel
out of Samuel Smith. Everything
Yeah.
I've ever had by them usually delivers at least what they say they're going to deliver.
Yeah.
I think this one fell a little short, and because of that, they're only going to get a 2.5 from me. And it's making me burp.
And it's his turn. He's dish bitching.
Well, you can go ahead and score then.
I was going to give it a 3.
Well, you're wrong.
Fine.
Matt, what about you?
It's fine. A 3.
Does that end up a 3? I can't remember.
No, I think it'd be 2.75. Because you were 2.5.
What'd you give it, John? I didn't hear
A
your
3.
scores. 3? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just not great.
I don't think
It's 2.75.
I don't think it delivered on anything it promised, and therefore I gave it a 2.5.
Actually, yeah, I'd have to agree. I would not. I'll go 2.75. It's just still drinkable, but
I mean, it's still a 2.75, but you know,
yeah.
that
It
makes
would
me
it would
smile.
change the average, but my personal score, I guess, yeah, because it does tote up a whole bunch of stuff that's not on there.
That's my thing. Is it doesn't deliver on what it's drinkable, and we've talked about before that 2.25 to 3 range. That's still very drinkable beer. It's just it didn't deliver on what it promised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of used. I'm like usually like a meh beer's like a meh. It's average. It's all right, but yeah, you make a good counterpoint. Like dock it a little.
That's why my mom always thought I should be a lawyer.
You're just a master debater, Tyler.
Damn straight.
Oh, yeah, he is.
A lot of practice.
There was literally no argument from any of us. All right, yep, check that.
All right, so this is the 10% drought.
Forgot about that one. I had 2 weeks off. That's a fun.
I like cacao.
So the cool thing about this beer, though, and I just noticed it, it shows what pull this one is. Because remember, it talks about, and I'll read it for everybody in the back, but how it talks about the different beers. This is poll number 7.
Okay.
Not poll like as in like an election poll, but like poll, like you're polling.
Oh, I thought it meant like, hey, it's stage 7 right now. We got Tennessee. Poll 7.
No.
I thought he was talking about a different poll.
Dragon's Milk Solera Foeder Aged Ale. Aged in series of American oak foeders using a blending technique known as Solera. Nuanced flavors of caramel, toffee, and fig create an experience made to be savored. This legendary ale will continue to evolve with each pull from the foeders, becoming more complex over time. So each time it's pulled out of the foeder, it's... That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, so
It's number 7. So like if you see it again and it's like number 9, you know that's 2 more pulls on top.
I'm gonna do a Solera vertical. That'd be kind of fun.
That would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
So for those keeping track at home, this is the second Foeder beer tonight.
Yeah.
Which I don't know that I really was that familiar with the term until today.
Is it really? Are they just doing a basically a beer suicide in their footer? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah, it does kind
Mountain Dew,
of.
Dr. Pepper, Sprite. That's the winner right there.
Yeah.
Or do you? All right, when you guys did suicide, did you pick and choose, or just like left to right across the
No,
board?
you go right to left.
So if you do it, you start at one end, go the other, and it's always left to right. You're a heathen.
Yeah, what are you from England?
I'm right-handed.
How do you read?
Left to
Right to left, evidently.
That's reading. I'm not reading. I'm pouring.
But anyway, yeah, as it gets heavier, you're going to your dominant side. If you go right to left, you're now stretched out here when it's heavier.
Leave it to Tyler to think of the physics
I mean-
of drinking soda.
He made that up. Like, he didn't know that at all. He just completely made that up. It sounded okay.
It's not
Tyler's
true.
looking like someone that just made that up right now. Like,
He Tylered that. It worked.
it totally did.
So in all fairness, I of course I did. John's right. I used to do that to my best friend growing up all the time. He lived next door. He'd ask about something, and I would come up with just an answer that made so much sense.
Yeah.
And it would be either a dead lie or I'd get lucky and be right. But a lot of times it'd just be dead lie. He would believe it. Would go home and tell his parents he'd learned something new, and they'd be like, that's not true at all. And like it got to the point where literally my mom would be like, Jacob, you know he's fucking with you. And Jacob would literally be like, no, that's the problem. 50% of the time, he knows the answer and is telling me the answer. And 50% of the time, he's just fucking with me. I don't know which one it is.
Like,
I used to do that all the damn time.
Or was it
he
100%
says-
of the time you didn't know the answer, you just got lucky 50% of the time?
Nah, I was a pretty smart kid, so about 50% of the time I knew the answer.
when Tyler comes out like that strong with something that's such obvious bullshit.
But it was a pretty good answer.
I mean,
It is a great answer.
I think it checks out, though. It does kind of make sense. I mean, hold a 5-pound weight straight ahead of you and hold a
Exactly.
5-pound weight to your cross
Just
body.
say it.
Which
Just
one's
say
easier
it.
to hold? I mean, when you have that
John's so mad that I'm right.
Oh, no. I'm impressed.
when you order the baby-sized drink, not because it's tiny, but because it's the size of an actual human baby, you want that straight ahead, not across your body.
Damn straight.
He's never thought of that before at all until that moment.
I highly
Oh,
doubt
I
that.
bet it was in my brain at some point.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure
lazy.
he tried it both ways. That's why he just drank it away and forgot it's in the back of his
I'm
brain.
lazy. I bet I did
See,
think
goddamn, he's bullshitting again, but it's so plausible.
I'm pretty fucking lazy. I bet I did come up with that when I was a kid.
See, I can 100% believe that.
That's what I mean. Like, I think he just drank away that he actually did this test as a kid, and then it just like drunken recall came back.
And we have learned that I have great drunken recall.
Yeah, because he remembers shit when he's sober.
He ain't wrong. John's so mad.
I'm not even mad.
This is fucking phenomenal. This is fun.
Huh.
This has the complexity I was expecting the winter ale to have.
That caramel's so strong.
Yeah.
I love it.
But
And
this,
in a good way, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
but this has
Oh,
the
yeah.
complexity that I expected that winter ale to have.
Yep. Yeah.
And I guarantee if we'd have switched these and had this before, that would have got an even lower score.
Yeah.
We try not to compare beers.
I know, but it happens, especially when they're similar. This is
But is this and that one really that similar, though? Like,
not in how they're made, but like flavor
or
profile
even like
complexities.
stylistically, they're not like that similar,
But,
are they?
That's really good.
Both kind of mid-level malty beers,
All right. So you're going on the broad stroke,
but
not reverse grip, John.
man, I'm telling you, it's a nice caramel flavor,
Caramel's dominant, which I'm not mad about.
heavier body than you'd expect
Yep.
from the color. It finishes a little boozier than it starts.
And is it booziness or is it the grain spiciness?
Might be a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B,
Yeah.
but it kind of finishes with that little bit, not a burn by any stretch, but just a
yeah.
little, hey, I'm here, I'm 10%.
A little poke.
Yeah, I'm here, I'm 10%. Like,
Yeah.
here you go.
All right, so this has got the caramel sweetness, but would you say it's
Diabetes.
No.
Oh.
all right? I mean, I know I wouldn't, but you're the more
No.
sensitive.
I typically don't find caramel's sweetness, like grain caramel sweetness, to ever be that way. I find when people start dumping in random ass fake ingredients to turn into
Our
diabetes.
next 2 beers.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that in the next two.
So, all right, you said grain caramel, so you think this is all from grain, not actually like added caramel?
No, it is from the grains.
Most caramel sweetness comes from the grains.
Okay, because I mean, as caramel forward as this is, I figured there would have had been some like,
It would just say added
In-
caramel then.
all right, touche, but I mean, because that's very present.
And with the style,
In a
they're-
good way. Like you said, it's balanced, it's good.
but also with the way they're doing these
surprising.
beers, you wouldn't want adjuncts.
oh yeah, 'cause
It'd be
there's
very
just-
hard to have any consistency at that point.
Well, you just said pull 7 and pull 9 are going to be.
Yeah, but you're pulling it and adding like the different foiders. You're doing all sorts of stuff. So if there's a adjunct in it, you have a chance of that going bad quicker.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, more fake ingredients or more sugared ingredients, just more stuff that's not a typical beer ingredient. You're adding to the chance of shit going bad in the long run, the longer it sits.
Do you know that answer or are you making it up?
That I know. You agree and you know it too.
Very plausible answer.
Again, it's something oh my God.
Dug yourself into a hole now, bud.
John's never going to believe another word I say. He only believed about a third of it to begin with.
I do agree with it. It's a very plausible answer.
That's just going to be your answer.
I was sitting there going,
Tyler's right now.
He's
like,
fucking
well,
going with it again.
Yeah, that's very.
He's just Tylering it, and it sounds good.
What do you think, John? Well, that's a very plausible answer. Like that's the closest you got to get to Tyler's right. Henceforth, mark the tape.
I hate you. Guy's a piece of shit.
No,
You did it to yourself.
If he says the trebuchet, he is right.
I know.
He didn't
Yeah.
make that bullshit up.
No.
He's 100% right on that one.
I know.
Yeah.
He just
I
left
can
it at
tell the
that,
difference for the most part.
though. Dr. Drew's on!
What up, Drew?
Says, Winter Welcome is the beer that started my craft beer obsession.
Well,
Maybe he had a better one.
All right. Maybe I had a better one.
it was mid. It was very mid this year.
Yeah, but I feel that's been going longer than this year if that started his craft beer obsession.
It's a... No, Drew just got real excited real quick.
Drew strikes me as someone's been drinking for a little bit. At least more than this year.
Nah, Dr. Drew, this year's Winter Welcome wasn't elite.
Not elite, yeah.
The label art was elite,
Pretty good.
but it was a pretty mid beer.
I
this
don't know if
year.
I call that a
Long
lead. It
live
just
the
was
queen.
purple and
Aw,
yellow
damn
with a crown.
Long live the shit. Never mind.
Wow.
And I won't say king because fuck him.
Is he king now?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Her son? Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles
I mean, he
is king.
could have been king like a long time ago, couldn't he?
No.
She was the queen.
She's the queen, and that's his son now who's now king.
Yeah, but can't you bequeath that?
That's
Like,
called a...
Yeah, she
that's
could've-
called being usurped.
She
No,
could have retired at
she
any
could've
time.
abdicated.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. She was the longest running monarch. You think she was going to, like, quit early?
I don't know, man. I look at my
That-
boss. I'm like, dude, you're 82. Why don't you retire and enjoy
that-
life?
In all fairness, Prince Charles is a moron. She did her best to make sure she outlived him.
Yeah.
I think that was her goal. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Drew says he had it in the 90s. That's been a long-running beer, apparently.
Well, Drew's old.
No,
And it's Samuel Smith, so...
You know, the oldest brewery in Yorkshire.
all right, true, but I do find things funny, like, you're talking about, like, the whole craft beer explosion that we've had in more recent years. Like, our parents drank Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Light. Like, you had...
Shut your whore mouth. My dad drank Lone Star, too.
Wow. And I get made fun of for Keystone Light. But, you know, so there was so many choices. Like, there wasn't the whole craft beer thing, but then hearing people that had stuff outside those main macro distributions and stateside, like, it does kind of blow my mind. Like, it's kind of cool.
Best part about it so Dad always talked about Lone Star. Growing up, Dad was like, man, I wish we could get Lone Star here. Like, I loved it when blah, 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 blah. Because they didn't distribute to Indiana. Like, I loved it, loved it, loved it.
Tell them to rent a Trans Am, go down there, bootleg
Well,
it back.
then when all of a sudden they did, Dad immediately, motherfucker went and bought a case of Lone Star. Opens it up, takes a drink, goes, what the fuck is this shit? This ain't Lone Star. And threw the rest of the case away. I'm fairly certain my brothers got it out of the trash because I think they were like
Free beer.
late high school, early college at that
Yeah,
point.
that makes sense.
But, yeah, no, straight up. Dad was just like, no. Just,
Well, I just feel bad because every time I've had Lone Star, I'm like, that is terrible.
oh, it was
So-
the funniest thing in the world. Watching the look on this man's face go from just pure excitement to just utter disappointment was the look that I used to get as a child. No.
I've seen that look before. He's not happy.
I felt bad for that beer. I'd been there.
I think they're like, man, I haven't seen that look in your face since Lone Star, Dad. Aww.
Oh, shit.
Which is not the look I'd give this beer.
No, this is
Not this
phenomenal. It's fun. It's such a creamy, just enjoyable beer.
Ooh, are we talking about mouthfeel now?
I'd say there's a little bit of a creamy mouthfeel to it, but I was thinking more the flavor just seems to like evoke that creaminess.
Yeah.
I didn't go for another sip now.
Oh, I wish. A little bit.
Hold on, I might have some in the bottle.
No, I think
it's
the
got
body
this, like,
isn't thin. It's
frothy
not
component
thick.
to it
I think
that-
the body's just right. It's Goldilocks.
Damn straight.
See, that would work on a 5 for sure.
It did.
Anyway, score it, Matt.
Man, I'm not really too sure what to score that. I mean, I know where it's gonna wind up in the range of, but I think I'm gonna. Oh, before that, Carlos Ivan Morales Cunningham.
Carlos!
Cosmos!
Do you want me to say what his message is?
Yes,
Hello there.
every time.
See, eventually I'm gonna get this Uncle Ben thing down. But no, this is a fun beer, and I would like to see what other ones would be. Like I said, just to kind of see what the difference in
The different polls.
Yeah.
I love how it even was numbered.
Yeah.
It's just a fun beer that I'm gonna give it 4.25.
Oh, I'm gonna go 4.75.
Damn.
I really enjoyed that.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. So I'm gonna be the Matt here and go with the average.
Split the difference, rather the average.
You know. No, I'm very pleased with that beer. It didn't quite get me to the edge there, but man, it was.
It didn't take me all the way there, but there's enough to.
You were getting full on edge though.
Yeah, I was getting edged.
I think it's funny. You've outscored me with 2 4.75s already. Like you've had 2 that were 4.75.
Yeah.
But then one of the beers that I gave a 4.5 to, you gave a 3.75 to. It's been really funny. You've been like high, nope, high.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Fuck this beer.
This
Moving
beer.
on. But no, I'm very pleased with that. Not as pleased as I am with this badass glass because, damn. Like the evil Fred. This pose alone.
Right?
This could have been the only picture on the glass, and I'd have still probably bought it.
I mean, the best thing about it, well, I'm not sure. I'm torn up between either the Nega Fred in the mirror from Army of
Yep,
Darkness,
that's a solid one.
or Daphne's head in the vice grip like Evil Dead 2.
That's a pretty good one. Hey,
like
for
that.
me, though, it's just the evil Fred pose. This is just with the chainsaw and the shotgun, like
This is my boomstick.
that just makes me happy.
Yeah.
We need to just skip the first 2 and just go straight to Army of Darkness. That's on the list. We need to do that sometime.
Haven't we already seen Ash and the Evil Dead?
We watched no Evil Deads
Have we
at
not?
all.
We've not.
The first one is a bad student film. The second one's a more expensive student film. But the third one, Army of Darkness, where they really strike that magical gold.
I really thought we'd seen.
Not a one. And the show, Ash vs. Evil Dead, highly recommend if you're a fan.
It's a very good show.
Yeah, it's great. There's just so much fake blood everywhere.
Hey, so before we go into this next beer, let's make sure.
Sorry, I'm
You
confused.
say Dayman, he goes the I'll go Champion of the Sun. Yeah. Because you can't play the sound thing.
Yeah, wait, there's no way we're going to fuck this up.
We're drinking Dayman.
Champion of the Sun.
More better than I thought.
Dayman.
Champion of the Sun.
I had to give it an actual attempt.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It was more fun to be deadpan after you did that, just to look at the disappointment in your eyes a little bit, the Lone Star in your eyes. But
Ooh, the Lone Star. That sounds like a country song.
a little bit.
The Lone Star in your eyes.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
But
I think we work with that, boys.
I felt like it needed its actual moment in the sun. So
Like Dayman.
Anyway,
Champion of the Sun.
in case you couldn't figure it out, we're going to be drinking Dayman, Fighter of the Nightman, by Drecker Brewing Company. This is a bourbon barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout with toasted coconut and coffee beans.
Oh.
Dayman.
Champion of the Sun.
He knows karate.
Enemy of the Night.
I just love this bottle. I love this beer just for that.
This beer could be absolute shit.
It
and we're
could.
still
It's got
happy.
coconut. I'm probably gonna hate the shit out of this, but I'm
I
gonna
thought
keep
you'd
that
already-
bottle.
I thought you already drank one.
No, John got the other one. Already drank it.
And it was a brew day beer.
Yeah, he drank it without me, the son of a bitch.
He's done that to you a lot lately.
Yeah, I know.
Well, if you would make it.
Well, if you consult me before you scheduled anything.
Yeah, that would be nice if he asked us once.
John's like, hey, brew day this day. I'm like, oh, I'm out of state for work.
My favorite.
John's like, too bad.
My favorite's when it's scheduled. My favorite's when it's scheduled for the one day within a 3-week period. We're both free every other day. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it on this day. Really? You could do it any fucking other time, and fuck you. Or oh yeah, we're doing it that day. I'm free from 2 p.m. on. Yeah, we're gonna be done by then.
Well, then you guys.
Well, fuck you guys.
You guys message
fairness,
Smo
you-
tonight.
you
Tell
did-
him when you're available.
Well, he just said he's not available till New Year's. Last time I saw him.
Smo did?
Yeah, when we saw him at the concert, the metal.
Use your words.
Five Finger Death Punch and Megadeth.
Megadeth.
Yeah, he was like, man, I'm busy through most of
Did you
fall.
see their main dude on Five Fingers done after the next album?
I did not. I went for Megadeth, not for Five Finger.
Yeah.
No, but it's been all over the news lately, like music news. That he's like, I'm done after the next album. Anyway.
What if the band
So,
will
yeah.
continue? It's hard for a band to keep going with a new singer. There's been some that's done it and some that's actually done it and stayed relevant, but
Is
I
there
feel
no
like...
ABV on this?
Oh, I'm sure I can find it. You guys can play against the ABV, because I know I bought this shit.
Damn.
It's on my Tavor. Which they normally put that shit on there.
Nope, there it is. Sorry,
you
I've
son
already
of a
seen
bitch.
it. That is real fucking small, though.
That's what she said. How are you going to show him?
Well, I mean, it's no fun for him to guess by himself.
I
Even
didn't know
knowing
what it
where it's
was.
at,
Oh,
I
you
can't
didn't know?
really-
Yeah.
This is gonna be one of those I gotta get my phone out and zoom in.
How old are you?
I think it says 10%.
It does, but it's...
All right.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure.
Matt, don't even say anything. You wouldn't be able to read it.
It's true.
Yeah, but I wouldn't admit that I need my phone to zoom for me.
My mom does that shit. She takes pictures and then zooms in.
Zooms in.
Oh, it's the first one I've had to
I'm
adjust.
41. I'm gonna need bifocals.
I was
here
on a
soon.
roll today.
You weren't far off, though. I mean, now it's like perfect, because you get to see a little bit of the record logo. You get Dayman.
Because I've been like on top of it
You
today.
get this pink
Oh, it
fluorescent
smells like
panther.
coconut.
I know, I'm a little scared.
Ooh, that's tasty. Not my favorite beer of the night, but not bad.
Roasty.
Eat some roasty coconuts. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Roasty toasty.
I gotta give them, it's less coconut forward flavor, more as like the balancing kind of vanilla substitute for Drecker on this one. And we had some of the coconuts where it's kind of more like a smoothing agent, I guess, more than a flavor, perhaps.
Yeah.
Does that come out right?
Yeah.
Are you guys getting that out of this? Because
I just know that I taste coconut.
I get it, but it's not like really prominent. Like,
But I like coconut in beer, especially stouts. So
you put the beer
when it's done
in the
well,
coconut,
as long as it doesn't
you
taste
drink
like fucking sunscreen,
It is
which
not
it does
sunscreen.
not.
It is
This
not
is
sunscreen.
It's
coconut.
definitely not.
This is coconut.
Yeah.
Almost coconut milk more than anything. Kind of that smooth, rich coconut milk.
You don't think it's toasted coconut?
I'm sure it's in there, but like that creaminess just makes me feel like coconut milk.
I see where you're coming from.
Because I clearly drink a lot of healthy things.
You lost 10 pounds.
I have. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, good for you, bud.
My goal is a 45-pound drop by June.
Good.
If I can do half that, I'd at least go to a 6.
My problem, I always end up, I like top out at 20 almost every time, and I struggle to get past that, so mostly because I won't stop drinking this.
Yeah.
I can change my diet and drop 20 pounds.
Yeah, I thought about doing a dry January
I
just to
have-
see if I could just like cut some.
And
I'm
then I
like,
have this issue.
pretty tough at this.
Well, that's, my buddy Ben, Pilot Ben, did a dry month a while back just to, he's like, I haven't done it in forever, so I did it. He's like, I'm like, yeah, I always thought that'd be kind of cool to do. And he's like, kind of hard to do when you own a show that's all about drinking.
Yeah,
And I'm
it's at least 4 days a month you'd have to.
like that is a little rough.
Guess that'd be your cheat days.
Cheat days.
Days.
The problem is the beer we drink's like cheat month. Every fucking beer we drink's like a goddamn chocolate cake and calories half the time.
Is that what's happened to me the last month?
The last 3 years.
That's why these jeans are a little snugger.
Some of the beers we drink are
Thick.
shit. Some of those smooges are just trying to murder us in calories.
Yeah, it's a 300 calorie
Yes,
seltzer.
seltzers.
Anyway, back to the day, man.
Anti-seltzer.
He didn't do it.
Ah! What?
That's good stuff.
I really like it. That coconut's a very pleasant coconut. There's a little coffee there giving it that roast. But it's more, it turns out, the more I drink of it, the more I start thinking more coffee with like a creamer in it.
Yeah.
Like a coconut milk creamer. Maybe an actual creamer that's like just toasted coconut flavored. It's more that little bit of that coffee, but it's more of a mild roast coffee, not a dark roast.
No dark
mild roast coffee with that little bit of creamer, lightening it up a little bit more. Like that's very approachable. That's for a 10% Russian Imperial, that's one that people who don't like stouts still might not like, but it'll be like,
Not as bad as I thought.
But do you like coffee?
do you like coffee? Yes. Do you like coconut? Yes.
Yeah.
Here you go. Hell, do you even somewhat tolerate coconut? Yes. Here we go.
Right.
I think that's more appropriate because as someone that has a strong disdain for coconut, I
Oh, I don't know. He's had quite a few coconut beers he's liked lately.
well, there's been some that they're executed well. Like, as much as it pains me to admit, Coquito Dreams is probably one of my favorite stouts I've had in recent memory, and that it just pisses me off to no end.
It does. That's the best part.
God, I love hate that beer so hard. Like,
I love hate that beer so hard.
cause it's just so fucking good, but I despise coconut. Like, how did you do this, you fucking beer wizard mastery?
And it's heavy coconut and coquito too.
Yeah, I know. It's stupid.
I'm gonna actually make a coquito this year.
Really?
What is an actual coquito?
It's like a Puerto Rican drink.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so you believe him when he tells you shit?
Yeah. He didn't tell me a 5-minute story about how he makes up shit.
Maybe I was making that up.
Mind fuck.
Inception.
Yeah. Where's the thing? I need to see if it still spins, John. Do you have one of those?
What's the top? What's the top?
I think we just got lost in the Inception zone.
I mean, this is the best I got, douchebag.
Tyler squashed before I found out.
Anyway, no, seriously, I'm enjoying the hell out of this beer. John, you're first to score.
I do enjoy this. I'm gonna go 4 1/4. 4 1/4. That's what I'm at. Does that sign? It's.
After you score, obviously.
I like the toastiness. I like the roasted coffee in there.
Without it being over the top.
finish first.
I was asking Steph if she wanted to try some, but the roasted coffee is good, not overly roasty. I think that coconut supports that, and I think Tyler's right. A little bit more coconut milk versus even a toasted coconut. Definitely not sunscreen.
No, God, no.
Yeah.
Thank God. That is the worst flavor. That is one of my most hated adjunct flavors. It really is.
Yeah.
Because it's just unpleasant.
Yeah.
Like, there's no coming back from that.
Artificial. And it's
abrasive?
No, there's no coming back from it. It's that literal flavor like when shit runs down your face, like the sunscreen on a beach and it gets in your mouth. Like, that's what it turns out like.
Yeah.
This was not
this
that.
is not that.
This was not that. This was very good.
It's done very well.
John gave it a 4 1/4, right?
Yep.
I'm struggling. I enjoy it a lot. I'm having trouble scoring it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just going to go with a 4. It might be a little low, but
I don't know.
there wasn't anything that necessarily made it stand out for me above just a really pleasant fucking stout. But it is one I'll look for because it's just a pleasant drinking stout.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's any higher than a 4, so I'm going to go a 4.
I will be the lowest of the average, but only by a slight here. I'm going to go with 3.75. It was drinkable. It wasn't that it was a bad beer. It's a solid one, but me being a little coconut apprehensive, like that's a little bit, but all of the coconut was well done. But I'm also getting a bit of like the heartburn factor already off of that from just like the bit that I had, so I can see that being an issue, like for me at least. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Might just be a me thing, but
Are you sure it's not heartburn from like one of the other
All
beers?
the funky photos.
I don't know. I didn't get it
Well,
until
funky.
I didn't get it until just right now, so I'm kind of going with the most recent person on that one. I think something with the coffee that's on that is just not love my digestive tract, but could just be a me thing.
It wasn't the beef jerky he had for dinner.
Yeah, that's been like 2 hours. Sweet hot, baby. It balances out. I also had some sweet tart ropes, so you know that kind of killed that out. So that works.
All right, so that's a 4 average.
Also, it's not search out worthy for me. That's the biggest takeaway. Like
He's
I
a
would
stout
not
guy.
I would not search that out. It's good, but
He's
I
a
wouldn't.
stout guy that wouldn't search out a stout.
Not that
That's
one.
why I gave it a 3.75.
Yeah.
He's a bitch. Anyway.
There's other stouts that I wouldn't search out. Like I've got I'm a pretty stern stout scorer.
Hey, Matt. Bam.
Hey man,
Do you know, coming back to stouts and potentially search out, the best beer at Russian River was their dry Irish stout
Really?
at a 3.5%.
Why didn't you bring that home?
I don't know if I could have. I don't know if they had that on can or bottle.
Because that sounds amazing.
Dry Irish stout, 3.5%. At 3.5%, it was full flavored.
I mean, that's realistically kind of what a dry Irish should be.
I know, but it was impressive how full flavored they got it. I think they did have it on nitro, which helped with the body.
Oh, for sure.
But it was the most impressive beer that they had.
Been rocking my Revolution bottle opener all night, but I am going to switch it up for the last one.
At some point,
I'm going to go with the bat handle for the last one.
Is that on your bat belt, Batman? Before we get into this beer, though, I think at some point we should have a nitro conversation if we can wedge it in somewhere, like for that again of what you just said, and you're like, yeah, that would be good. Now I was like, ugh.
Oh, I don't like nitro. You both know this.
I know. I was like, I think there's an interesting conversation to be had at that somewhere.
I also think we've had the conversation because
Multiple times.
We've had the stouts on nitro. We've had
that fucking Irish cream ale on nitro that was stupid.
On nitro.
Yeah, you're like cream ale's the way to like. I mean, it's an interesting dynamic.
Cream ale should never be on anything other than nitro.
And that's the guy that hates nitro. Well. Like it's interesting because there was someone else I was talking to recently that they're like, I hate nitro. I was like, it really depends on the beer, man. Like, if you pair it with the proper beer,
I think
it
with
really
stouts,
enhances.
I think with stouts it weakens the flavor. I
Well,
really do. I think every stout that I've had, especially if I've had it on nitro and without being on
Guinness?
nitro, it weakens the flavor of the stout.
Guinness draft on nitro is way better than just
Guinness
Guinness
is
draft.
just water anyway. I mean, you can't weaken Guinness any more than it is.
He's got a point.
So we're both right.
But like when I've taken like two beers that were on, especially stouts, one was on nitro, one wasn't, same beer. It always felt less flavorful on nitro. I wasn't getting all the flavors.
I do promise you this Russian River one you would have loved, but
Now the cream ale that we had,
Was extra creamy.
it basically it made it feel like what it should. I feel like that's how a cream ale should be always felt. It's how it should taste. It's how the mouth feels.
No, I've never had a cream ale like that, but it creamed up a cream ale and it made it creamy. That's really
and it enhanced flavors. Like there was flavors I've never gotten in a cream ale that I got because of the nitro. And it was weird.
Or was that just because it was a better cream ale?
I mean, that's also possible. But I want to take a shitty cream ale, like for instance, Cream and Punishment, and I want to put it on nitro to
We
see
should
what it
definitely
does.
invite him on the show.
Hey, maybe we get nitro out of it.
Pete Ferrar's done. What's up, Ugly Pete?
what's up, Pete?
What up, Pete?
AKA WPT Pete. He says yes, it does. I'm not sure exactly where that popped up in the conversation, but yes, it does.
If you're talking about weakening a stout, I agree. If you're talking about making cream ales better, I also agree.
Or if it depends on the beer, yes, it does.
Basically, by literally
like,
yes, it does. He
anything-
covered every base.
Yeah, it waters down a beer. Yes, I mean, it can be anywhere. You gotta specify, Pete. I'm not a quick reader.
Pete, my man, I love you. Shit. I had something I was going to say. Oh, this beer. Aslan Beer Company. I was like, I know I'm supposed to be doing something right now.
Yeah, pour beer. You're doing a great job, Pete.
This is the Kiss Me bourbon barrel aged imperial stout conditioned on maple, bacon, coffee, and peanut butter. I remember ordering this on Devore specifically when I saw the word bacon.
Yeah, you didn't get to the other 5 adjuncts. You're like, oh, well, it gets better and better and better and better.
12%.
Oh, I smell it.
And we've never had anything from Aslan, so that's even more fun.
That doesn't seem right. I feel like the way that label looks, I thought we'd had something from them before.
No, I went through the book notes. I went through.
Really?
Yeah, because I thought the same thing.
And I believe you, as the keeper of the tomes, you should have this as long as they're up to date.
They're getting closer. Although I really need to get the other book fully uploaded because I definitely dumped something on it the other day and it almost got ruined.
The Great Gatsby book?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch! That's a national treasure, Gatsby.
It almost. Whoo.
And Pete Ferrar says, "Sounds sugary." It smells like it too, Pete. But you know what? It also smells like delicious.
I just want it to smell like bacon.
My God, there's some bacon in there.
It smells
definitely
like
some
it smells like
a lot of peanut butter.
It smells like the best
roasted
donut
peanut.
I've never
Yeah.
eaten. Is what it smells like,
It's a big, great donut.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I've had a donut that smells like this.
Yeah,
It was like this maple,
From Rebellion Donuts.
no, from Concannon's in Muncie, and it had bacon crumbles on top.
Concanas doesn't make donuts this good.
Well, you're a.
They
you
make
shut your
good
whore
donuts.
mouth. You shut your whole mouth.
Have you been to? I want to say it's the wrong way. Long's is it?
Longs is good.
There's some. They just opened a new one on 90.
Why am I rotating when the label's the same thing on two sides?
Wait.
Because
Let
you
Matt
spin the
finish.
label.
Let Matt finish.
There's one that just opened a new location by where Sun King used to be or still is on 96th.
Really?
There's
Yeah.
donut
There's
shop
no
over
Longs
there?
there?
I think I want to say it's Long. If it's not Long's, there's a new donut shop over there that's got other locations. And
Wait, hold on. Long's just fucking moved into 96th Street?
I don't know.
This is a real.
This is a game changer.
What?
I gotta look. I don't know. I gotta look it up.
Dude, if this is real, like,
I'm gonna be so pissed.
one of my all-time favorite donuts, though, doesn't come from any normal donut shop. It comes from Donuts and Dragons. It was a
I
fucking,
really need to go
it was a
there.
fucking lemon tomato basil donut. And I was in heaven.
Did you say lemon tomato
That
basil
might actually
donut?
work.
Oh, it was so good.
Did I
A little
hear
weird,
that
but
right?
Like, I
work.
bought it
can see
specifically because it was weird as shit. And then I went, I need a dozen. And I took them home and ate them for like 3 days.
Rebellion has basically a Samoa donut.
Nice.
It's real good.
Speaking of real good.
Panna donuts.
That is not
That's
the
not
same
Long's.
as Long's.
Not even close.
No, but they
Get
are.
the fuck out of here with their Panna
Panna's,
donuts.
Panna's okay.
Dude, I had that. I was like, I was really impressed with their donuts. It was a good.
Panna is solid.
It was some good fucking
But like,
donuts.
when you jump to Long's, that is a whole nother level.
I some reason the name Longs. I don't even know that I know Longs that I've had them.
I think there's only one location
There's
for
two.
Long's. Is there two?
Down in Greenwood, and then they're on Speedway area.
See, I know the Speedway one. I don't know the Greenwood one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna race back in from Dog Nuts back to this beverage. What do you guys think? When I smell like just a straight scoop of peanut butter, and it is wonderful on the nose. Yep, Pete just said Pan's Donuts. Yeah, thanks for the help, Pete. And Tyler's not a fan because it's
Diabetes. I'm legit having trouble finishing it.
I mean, it is rich. It is sweet.
I'm not saying that, guys. I know it looks like it's a drain pour because I did that. It was more. I would rather someone enjoy the beer than fight through it at that point.
It definitely toes the line of diabetes if it doesn't
It
cross
doesn't toe
it.
the line. My leg's about to be needing chopped off.
Well, you just lost 10 pounds. You're doing good though, bud.
I don't have diabetes. I do now.
John, what do you think it's on the diabetes meter?
It is kind of up there, yeah. It's kind of a rich icing sort of.
Does it cross the line or is it at the line?
Oh, it crosses. That's richer than almost any hop lore.
John's
beer I've ever had.
thinking.
See, I was thinking of that.
That's richer than Amish crack.
Seismic meteor or whatever.
Well, that's Windmill, and that
Okay.
is
Yeah, that's Cosmic Toss.
Cosmic, whatever it was.
Seismic.
I
It was
had
Seismic Toss.
Seismic.
And I
thought it was
also
Seismic.
called it like.
This is not as
I had that,
diabetes
like-
as that.
I think it might be.
Like 2 weeks ago, I had
think it might be
my
more.
can
I
of
might
that still
have one
left.
up there.
Like Butter stuff is not this sweet.
No.
Hell, Amish crack is not this sweet.
Amish crack isn't that sweet though. It's just that
No, it's because they use good ingredients like
'cause
cinnamon
it's
to help.
cinnamon donut,
And they help.
Yeah, so it's not really a sweet
But that
inherently
curbs
beer.
a lot of that sweetness. Like if they'd added something like cinnamon to this, that would have helped curb that diabetes. Now, are the flavors that are on it in it?
Yes.
And again, the main reason I poured my beer into John's wasn't because the flavors on it were in it, wasn't because it wasn't good. It was going to be a struggle for me to drink it while he could enjoy it.
Diabetes.
And that's more because of the sweetness thing. I don't do sweet beers that well.
Is there coffee? That's the
Yeah, there's a little roast there.
There's some coffee in there.
But I can't decide if it's like roasted peanut roast or coffee, but it's roasty.
Well, I mean, when you got peanut butter and coffee, it's gonna kind of.
I need more fucking roast. I think that helped too.
It's just I need more beer to tell.
I need
What are you just pouring
vanilla.
out?
I need vanilla, cinnamon, and roast. Give me a splash of vanilla.
I mean, we do it to be a French toast,
Splash
peanut
of
butter,
cinnamon.
bacon, maple stout. Like,
Can we throw a little bit of hot sauce in there?
yeah, we're gonna draw a line somewhere, man. Like,
When you have this much shit, no, you don't.
A little bit of hot sauce would go good with this.
Actually, you know what? A little bit of hot sauce and a little bit more roast. I would be okay cutting the cinnamon and vanilla options out. With a little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of roast.
Balance it out.
Have a little something there.
Yeah.
I thought I
You
was
give
the
me a
one that
little bit of
mumbled like
Louisiana hot
inanimate
sauce in
words.
this.
And especially that hot sauce like we're spice. Like Louisiana, like that
You need that
flavorful
flavor.
sauce.
You need that flavor.
Couple dashes, like not a whole lot.
I gotta put a little bit of just.
Yeah,
he
no,
he
that's-
just went to Louisiana.
God, do you remember the look on Matt's face on that one label I read? When I went full Cajun,
did,
he
you
just
went
went,
full Cajun.
what the fuck?
like that's, and I know that there's a lot going on in this beer, and those flavors are in there. But it is too sweet. You get that maple bacon, which you get a little bit of that meat in there. But
Don't you dare besmirch the wolf pack of NWO, Tyler. I will flip this table.
But then,
and
you
I'll
combine
beat
it with
you
the
with it.
peanut butter, and it
Just
is-
as Kevin Nash would have.
I need a little more balance in it.
I mean, it definitely leers more towards a pastry style, more towards a decadent, sweet.
I've eaten this donut.
It at least toes like, all right, so you'll eat a donut, you just won't drink the donut? Like, all right, where would you
No, I'm not saying... God damn it. I have eaten this in donut form.
Oh, okay. A coffee maple bacon donut?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what's the
Coffee
issue then?
maple bacon is definitely... And then this adds the peanut butter drizzle on top, and...
The drizzle. Wait, no. This is peanut butter, not maple, or is it no? Because it's got maple syrup and peanut butter and bacon. And
I think if you have that barrel that's impregnated with the Tabasco, I think that would be
Except impregnated with Louisiana.
Louisiana. Yeah,
but is Louisiana?
Louisiana is the most underrated hot sauce.
it's very freaking tasty.
I think it's not underrated. I think it's just
I think it's overlooked
known.
and underrated because it's on every table, and you're just like,
Or you go
it's Louisiana.
Cholula. I'll be one or the other.
No, Cholula's flavor sauce. It's not hot sauce.
I mean,
Oh,
Louisiana.
that's the flavor that I'm wanting.
Cholula has spice. Like no. I got it backwards.
Louisiana barely has any spice of it at all.
No, Louisiana, like if you do it just straight up without like cutting it or mixing it in something, it's got a spice to it. Like Cholula is just flavor sauce. It's got garlic. It's got peppers. It's got like not spicy peppers, like the pepper flavor. It's got tomato. Like it's got all the
I love
flavor.
some Louisiana hot sauce. I do love some Cholula too, but I
Oh,
love some Louisiana.
Dude, when I worked in Muncie and I would go over to there was a
Muncie. Oh, that you just got diabetes with that swing.
I did.
Like that big gulp.
Tyler. What's the breakfast place that was also like a Mexican joint? There's like a block, less than a block down from Paul Bunyan, right by the Tillotson Overpass.
Oh, just down from Timbers.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Porta, but
No, it was like a breakfast lunch joint that was like, yep, you know what I'm talking about. They had posters of like all your bedroom cars like hanging in the wall.
I know what you're talking about, but it's not around anymore, and I don't remember what
Oh,
it's
it is
called.
not that. We used to go all the time for work for lunch when I worked at Comcast, and
Hey,
like
cool.
I would kill a bottle of Cholula in a week. Is get the point there, John? Because it's flavor sauce.
Anyway, so to this beer, I'm struggling to score it. It's too sweet for me to enjoy all the flavors there. Because they were there, and what's on the bottle is in the bottle, but it was so sweet that I legitimately had troubles enjoying it. And those are all things I love, and I shouldn't enjoy. I have to struggle to enjoy it.
Can I postulate a question before you
No.
score? Maybe help. All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think if they would have taken like one thing out of this, would that have made the beer better?
No, I think they need to add something to balance
no,
it.
I mean like out of all the adjectives, because pretty much all these adjectives except for bacon. Bacon's like savory or salty. Everything else is like sweet, right? The maple, the peanut butter. Like, would them retracting one of the sweet flavor adjuncts in this have improved the beer?
No, I think the big thing is it needed something added that balanced. Everything is just sweet on top of sweet on top of sweet on top of sweet.
Well, that's
So
what
yeah,
like-
it would lessen the sweetness taking something out, but I think it's needing balance.
Because you
not-
can argue that bacon might have been that ingredient that balanced
It's
it.
kind of salty, and coffee.
Except for the
coffee
fact
isn't
that it's a
sweet.
maple bacon. And so it's more of a candied bacon versus bacon. And then with the coffee, it is a Starbucks sweet sugary coffee. It's not a roasty, dry...
You know my foo-foo drinks that has like 5 different kinds of syrup so I can actually
Exactly.
stomach the coffee?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
the
because
extra
they
cream.
went full fucking sweet on everything. I also think a rye barrel instead of a bourbon barrel might have helped.
Well, that could have been interesting.
Ooh, I would like to see what that would have done.
More spice, less sweet.
Yeah, because that might have that might
This
have been a good
this
balance.
needs
there.
balance.
Yeah, this has no balance. It's just sweet.
It's
Just,
just sweet.
just sweet. In your face sweet. And for me, I don't want to kill it, but I can't. I'm only giving it a 3 1/4. And I struggle to go that high.
I was kind of falafeling a 3.5 and a 3.75 because it's definitely it just doesn't search out. I do enjoy it, and all the flavors that are on it are in it. Like it is a well-made beer, but it is sweet. It is very sweet, and like we're sharing this between 3 people on a bomber. Like doing even a full pour, I think would be probably a tall ask on this. And I'm the least diabetes afraid of flavoring person on this table, but I think
beers that taste like beer. I'm sorry.
I think I kind of talked myself down to a 3.5.
I'll go with your 3.75, just to because I know you're thinking about that. I do think it's good. I think it is everything it says it's on the bottle. I think it's well made. I think I'd prefer it in donut form than beer form.
That was just a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember, I've had it in donut form, and I remember eating it going, this is a lot. But there's something about when you buy a donut.
Are you chewing instead of slurping?
No, it's you bought a donut. You know it's going to be fucking sweet. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you read the bottle, it's going to be sweet.
But I want beer to taste like beer, at least in some way. There is nothing about this that makes me think it's beer.
It's
just sugar water.
It's sugar.
It is dark sugar water.
With alcohol.
You don't taste that either.
So, I mean, to the point. I mean,
No, that's not a good thing in this case. I think even an alcohol burn would help balance it out.
Also, all right, yeah.
There's a lot of things that had a chance at helping it. And it just,
It's so funny. It's 100% what it says it is. And,
and to a fault.
Yes, yeah, actually to a fault.
Yeah, like...
which, again, that's why I still was above average.
Yep.
Although I didn't want to be. But it's a 3.5 average for the Two Beerded Guys. That is...
Do we see that Lone Star look in your eye?
I need something to drink. Hold on.
Yeah, turn the CO2 on.
Yeah. Is that...
I turned the CO2 off. I told him.
Oh, no, I just, like, watched him, like,
I'm not
power
turning it
slam, like, 2 palate cleansers Glucks in a row. Well, while Tyler's cleansing his palate there, does that mean it's time for beer of the night?
It absolutely does. And Matt, you take off with the first one, as always.
Take it off, Matt. Take it off.
Take it off!
Take it off, Matt.
Just like the 5 on the corner of the bar would.
Do you need me to lift up bottles, bud?
Yeah, because I can't, because I don't know. Nope, not that one. There's nope, not that one. The other one. Nope. It's gonna be the last one you grab. Yep, not it. You're intentionally that one. Yeah.
I did that on purpose.
Honestly, yeah, he knew. Son of a bitch.
There was a couple that I pulled out that it wasn't those, and I'm like,
Because I'm like, it's the purple one. Because what? Yeah, I'm like, I go purple, whatever that was.
So you're going with the Schneider Weiss Adventinus Ice Pack.
Yeah, that thing was crazy. It had a lot of flavors. That was the one that had some smoke to it, but not over smoke. It had layers, had complexity, had a 12%, was really cool, was really different. I really enjoyed it, and that surprised the shit out of me, especially that very generic looking label. I was like, oh, this thing just came out swinging.
That was solid.
Actually, when I say swanging.
John gave it a 3.75 like a bitch.
Well, some people can be wrong.
Funky Photo. That one, the very first one. Really enjoyed the tartness of it. Really enjoyed the funkiness of it. They weren't extreme, but they were definitely present. Yeah, Funky Photo.
There were 3 beers in contention for me. Matt mentioned one of them with the Ice Pack.
John mentioned the other.
The other one was Solera.
Solera.
But the beer of the night for me is the Funky Foider. That was my anticipated beer, and it matched everything I was anticipating. That was a fantastic beer. All 3 of those were great, but that one was just, even though I even scored them the same.
Yeah.
That one just, it's rare that a beer just meets what I expect and still is beer of the night.
Those were the 3 best beers in contention.
I think those 3 were everything you wanted them to be. Very impressed. There was some solid beers tonight. The lowest beer we had was a 2.75, and we only had one under 3.
Yeah.
Actually, we only had one beer under a 3.25, and that was that Winter Welcome. Everything else was a 3.25 or higher, so a solid night for bottle night, while maybe not being necessarily spectacular. Very pleased with it. Matt, you got any final? Fucking bug.
That was it.
I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure you check out all our sponsors. Also, be ready next week on the sponsor page. There will be a new logo.
We got a special fun event coming up. So there's going to be some...
Teaser.
And probably a little hey, sign up here thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hell of a good time. we're finalizing some thoughts, and then we'll announce that next week that we're a part of it.
Yeah, super excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
This has been the worst all summer long.
I'm pretty fucking pumped.
This started approximately at when was that in Anderson?
Sabre, Lebanon. Started in Sabre, Lebanon.
Was it Lebanon or was it?
Yeah, it's when the tent hit their truck.
Oh,
This
well,
all started in
that's
Sabre,
kind of more like that. Oh, hey, sorry about your truck.
No, this started in Sabre, Lebanon.
And then like Anderson's what
because
officially
they even
started
brought up
becoming-
Sabre, Lebanon when I talked to them at Loggers. Trust me, Lebanon's what's that got us on the map.
that's
You
what
guys
broke-
trying to fuck their truck up.
No, well, yeah, your tent breaking was what broke the ice.
This fucking gnat is killing me. Anyway, other than that, check out all our sponsors. Make sure you check out Two Bearded Guys Drunken Movie Reviews. Got Sleepy Hollow.
Freaks of Nature.
I was
he
gonna have.
can't remember that,
No.
or he just wants me to.
I
not.
like Matt doing it.
Freaks of Nature.
That's why.
Get him a Miss Tyler.
Matt does it best, I guess. Whatever.
The one thing.
Never get told that.
Again, check out the Two Bearded Guys Drunken
five.
Movie Reviews, hosted by Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Our drunken shenanigans.
We'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful night. And fuck you, San Diego.